Imagine rereading the same chapter of a book every single day and expecting the story to move forward. That is exactly what happens when we keep living in the past. Hi everyone, I'm Pranjali, and as you saw the title of this video, today I'm going to tell you how you can stop living in the past and move forward, and why you need to stop living in the past. So, before we move forward, we first need to understand why we keep going back there in the first place. Our minds don't remember everything in detail, it only remembers the highlights: how happy you felt, how loved you felt, or how comfortable you were. Sometimes we're not even attached to the past itself, we are attached to the feelings it gave. Our mind runs back to what is familiar, even if that place does not even exist anymore. Now, let's get to why we should stop romanticizing the past and move forward. The first thing you need to understand is that you can't create new chapters if you keep reading the old one again and again. Think about it. How are you supposed to discover people? How are you supposed to experience new things, meet new people, and a new version of yourself when your mind is already occupied with what already ended? Every time every time something changes in our life, we have two choices: either to change or to just sit there. We can either accept that one chapter has ended and move forward to another, or we can just keep reading the old one, and that's gonna do nothing. That is getting you nowhere. Because I read this thing once that no matter how many times you keep reading the same chapter again and again, the words are not going to change. You cannot change what has already happened. We'll say it again and again. You cannot change what has already happened. You can replay that conversation 100 times in your mind. Think about the things that you should have said, all the things that you shouldn't have done, and every possible what ifs. But no matter how much you overthink it, the past is not going to change. It does not even exist. How are you expecting it to change? The past does not even exist. Past does not even exist. I know that sounds strange, but think about it. Yesterday isn't somewhere out there waiting for you, is it? Last year isn't a place that you can visit, is it? Those moments are gone. They only exist in your memory. And yet, so many people sacrifice their present for something that does not even exist. And that's the thing about past. It literally has no power unless you give it. You cannot live in a memory and expect that the present, that you are going to get any new experience or your present is going to change. You cannot live in the present when you are already living in the past. Now let's get into how you can stop living in the past. You cannot heal a wound when you're constantly checking it, constantly removing the bandage, constantly touching it. You cannot heal. It's exactly how a past works. You cannot move forward until you stop feeding the memories. Every time you visit the old chats or any anything that you think that happened in the past, you are feeding those memories to your mind, and those memories, they do not even stop stalking. Stop rereading the old chats. Stop visiting your hidden folder. Accept that closure doesn't always come. You are in no position to ask someone for closure. And I'm speaking this with experience. You cannot ask for closure to anybody. Anybody. Not every person will apologize. Not every person will explain why they did what they did. Not every question is going to be answered. Sometimes closure is just deciding that you deserve peace more than you deserve explanation. Yes, I know that you deserve that explanation. I know you wanted to hear why he or she did those things with you, but my love, life isn't always going the way we want. Focus on creating new memories. You can't replace the memories by sitting in your room thinking about it over and over and over. But what you can do, my love, is to replace them. You can create new memories. You can live. You can meet new people. You can experience new things. You can do things that are not related to your past. You need to meet new people. You need to travel. You can start a hobby. Give yourself something new to remember. I know I already said this in the beginning of this video, but stop romanticizing the past. Oh my god, I cannot say this enough. Remember the whole picture, not just tiny bits of happy moments or when they loved you or when they made you happy, when they made you laugh. You need to remember how terrible of that person was. And you need to stop remembering only the highlights of what has already happened. You need to remember how they left you, how they didn't even bother to ask, reach out. Guys, forgive yourself. You made decisions at that time and you were young, younger than you are right now, I suppose. But you made decisions in the past. Stop punishing yourself for what you did in the past because, honey, that is not going to change. Be excited about the future. The reason so many people feel comfortable living in the past and thinking about the past, they spend their whole lives regretting their life, regretting their past decisions or what they should have said, what they should have done, but they don't focus on the bigger picture. You can literally create new dreams. You can meet new people. You can do things that you like. Nobody is putting foundations on anything. The reason you keep going back is because you look forward to nothing. You you have nothing in your mind. You don't want anything in future. And I'm sorry, but that's true. Look forward to something. It can be a dream, it can be something small like a hobby, like you can do so many things. Last but not least, be present. Your life is not happening yesterday, it is happening right now in the present. So you also need to be present in the present to experience present. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two from this.